Hi, everybody. It's Darlene. How's it going? I hope everybody is doing well. I am coming to you live from my shop in North Idaho. It has been a heck of a couple weeks with Expo and all that fun stuff. So I thought we were well overdue for a sip and sew. Let me go on here and see if I can pull up my feeds. I am working on a quilt today. I should give you the details here in a second. If you're out there, I'd love for you to say hi. Tell me where you're from. Let's see here. Go to this. No, not that. This. It's a lovely spring day today in North Idaho. Let's see here. Okay, how do I go here? Okay. Can you guys hear me okay? Is my sound okay? I can't obviously hear myself from where you guys are. So we've got Missy on from Redmond. Hi. And Nancy on from Lake Stevens. It was so nice to see you at Expo last week. Sherry's on from Oregon. Thanks for saying hello. Let's see. Is anybody out there in YouTube land? Not seeing. Okay. All right. Well, so tonight I am working on, oh, good. It sounds good. Fabulous. Um, Tonight I'm working on a quilt. It is called Dorothy by oh crud. Oh, Penelope Handmade. It is Reagan picked it out last week. Oh, hi Sandy Reese, vacationing in Florida. Reagan picked it out. As you can see, it's totally Reagan with the little checker boxes. It's a beginning friendly pattern. Ray is pregnant and I am going to be a grandma this summer. And so this is the quilt that she chose that she wanted me to do for her. I know her grandmother is working on some other stuff too. So Ray likes things that I do not like. So she is definitely not, I've missed you guys too, Sandy. Reagan is definitely not a Tula Pink gal. I mean, I don't know how I possibly birthed her and she doesn't like Tula Pink, but she likes really drab and boring colors. And so, literally, this is her color palette. They feel like old towels, and like it's just not. It is not me at all. Not me at all. But Ray likes it. I'm just going to be sewing on this today. Putting together some little checker boxes. So I am glad. Yes, grandma, 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 grandma. I'm obviously not happy at all. Kidding. Um, those kids, what the best part is they live right next door. So my little babe is gonna live right next door. She does know she's having a girl, y'all. She's having a girl, so we know that it's a little lady. And even though Ray does not sew, that little lady is going to sew. Everybody hear me? I demand it. Hi, Debbie Allen Sinclair. Did you hear the good news? I'm going to be a grandma. I'm excited. Honestly, I my some of my friends are like, "Are you excited about being a grandmother?" I'm like, "Heck yes!" Being able to just spoil the kid and then return it, absolutely. I had very good teachers in my life about how to be a good grandmother, and I am going to lean in. All right. Is anybody breathing out there on YouTube land? Anyway, so also Quilt Camp was announced right before Expo, and I still have a few seats left if anybody is wants to come out and hang out with me. Thanks, Laura Bazell. So excited. I keep calling the kid my baby, and the kids keep looking at me like it's our baby, and I'm like, okay, we'll see. We'll see. All right. So what have you all been working on? I did make a like one of those things that she can take a picture. This was before we knew what she was having. A little picture with the baby every month, like, oh, this is 4 months, this is 5 months, and then we watched the child getting bigger and bigger and bigger and on the quilt. I did make that for her already. Hmm. Andy, can you check YouTube? Andy, he's not listening to me. I see that I have viewers, but I don't see that I have any comments. So I don't know what that is all about. Hello, Leslie Miller. Let's see here. There's sound and everything. Can you just chat just to see if why I'm not seeing anything? Oh, not you haven't. Oh, wait, I'm gonna be a grandma, Leslie. Grandma, 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 grandma. Too exciting. Oh, good. Okay, thank you. All right. I have a bunch of silent people out on YouTube, I guess. So Expo was fun, exhausting, but fun. I have been we got there and I then found out I was gonna be a little short-handed because my one of my gal pals got that bug that's been going around. And so I was a little we had a great show. Oh, there's Anita. Hello from Walton, Kentucky. Thanks for saying hi. Um, we did have a little thing that happened with being a little short-handed, but Odie, bless her heart, she came up and helped in the booth, and it was just a great show this year. We did better than last year, which last year was kind of dismal. So I'm really glad we had a better show. And I met a lot of neat people. So we're going to be carrying some new products. I landed up meeting this guy. He had this really cool like design wall that rolled up like a curtain, and I landed up buying one from him so I could have it here in the shop because my shop is lacking in design wall area. I caught a little bug myself while I was down there. Still coughing up a storm. Anyway, I was going to show you guys this design wall because I thought it was really cool. Here in a minute. For those of you that don't have a lot of wall space like me, I live in an A-frame, so we just don't have the wall space to have a design wall up, even if I wanted one. And so the idea of this one that rolls up into the ceiling is pretty fantastic. So I met this gentleman on see, I met him 3 expos ago. He was behind me at load-in day. Oh, hi, Mike. Yes, I've been getting into sewing as a hobby after being in the military for so long. It seems very calming, focusing, and creative. For sure. And it's like woodworking that in that you cut things apart, but you don't get so dirty because fabric is very clean. I mean, you'll have threads all over you, but not wood dust. Anyway, I met this gentleman. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head. And he was he was having a bad day. He had driven all the way from somewhere like Illinois to the expo with his truck pulling a trailer full of inventory, and some thief stole his truck and his entire trade show booth right out from underneath him. And so real quickly he overnighted one roll down design wall so that he could have something to show at the thing. And He had a great show and a great showing, so he's been back every year since. Isn't that I mean, that's a terrible way to get kick things off. So I'm just making little four patches here. But I'm glad that it worked out for him, and he was able to be back again. So anyway, uh-oh, hold on, what did I do? Oh, okay. I know exactly, Leslie. So, I this time as a shop, we were looking to possibly move locations this spring because we really have drastically outgrown our space here in Idaho in Ponderay, and the shop next to me was open, but it turned out to just not be a good time of year to do it for me. I've got lots of trips and then moving and doing a build out. And so, but one of the things that that other shop offered was that it had a lot more wall space. So I decided to bite the bullet and to splurge and to buy the design wall from him. And I'll show you guys what I did because of the fact that I have a door, hold on, but the door was we couldn't use it as design wall space. Well, now my little roll up, roll down thing sits above the door and it works really, really, really well. If anybody is interested in finding out more information about these little walls, I can send you his contact information. I don't have it right in front of me, but it was pretty slick. His design is good, is really good actually. These are so cute. They're you can't tell on the camera, but the fabric's a little weird. Like it's kind of like, like old towels, like flour sack kind of towels. It almost feels like a dish towel or like a shirting. It's really heavily woven and very shreddy, so I'm not is shreddy a an adjective? I'm making it an adjective. So here's the little four patches. Isn't it cute? All right. This quilt is very simple. If you are newer to quilting, it is basically strip piecing. Strip piecing is where you sew strips together and then you um, will turn around and cut them apart and sew them back together again. I know that sounds I'm downplaying the ease of it. Okay, let's see here. It was actually the very first type of quilting I learned back in the day, about 30 years ago when I started quilting. Posted info later and we can check back. Cool. Okay, I will. All right. Um, so I also will be back in Western Washington again around the beginning of April. I'm participating I'm a speaker or a presenter at the Stray Threads quilt show, which is in April 4th, I believe. I'm presenting. It's a Friday, if anybody's in that neck of the woods. And then I will be also then teaching a workshop at Quilting Mayhem in Snohomish. I do believe there's a few seats left for that, and that's my general maintenance class where you kind of blow the machine apart and learn how to change all of the disposable parts and then put it back together again. So that should be fun. All right, here's another one. It's supposed to be kind of um what's the word? Like random. Does anybody have trouble doing random quilts? I know I do. Or scrappy. Scrappy's another good word. Hi, Holly from Post Falls. Thanks for saying hi. I have trouble with that because I like to plan, but I feel like doing quilts like this where there's not really any rhyme or reason to it are really good for me because everything that kind of makes you feel a little uncomfortable when it comes to sewing is always good to kind of make yourself do because you're learning stuff as you are working through Now, it may not necessarily be your style. If I had a dollar for every time someone didn't want to do something I was trying to teach them, and then they came back to me afterwards and said how much fun they had, I'd have a really nice pedicure. All right. Is it starting to be spring around there where you guys are? We had snow when we left for Expo and no snow when we got home. It was kind of nice with the weather. The sun has been out here and the weather has been cool but sunny still, which I can totally deal with. It's the gloomy doomy skies I don't like. Random is hard to see. Force yourself to do it random, and then I bet you'll like it. I bet you'll like it. Hi, Margaret from Arizona. Thanks for saying hi. 86 degrees in San Antonio, Leslie Miller. Another little square. I say no thank you to that. No thank you to that. That does not sound fun at all. Mm-mm. My mother-in-law posted a picture of snow in the Phoenix Valley, not in the valley, but up on the mountains from the Phoenix Valley, and she said she was freezing, and I'm like, okay, that may have been a small exaggeration, mother. Hi, Judy Colby. How's it going, girl? Thanks for saying hey. Oh, she says it's not spring in Arizona. It was 49 today. Actually, we're at 46. So, Mom, I think we were the same temperature today. Oh, Mike says there's some snow in the valley there in northern Utah, too. I would be okay if we were done with the snow. I mean, just saying. I am not loving the snow. The snow just makes it hard for me to get to work on time and without trouble. So I'm okay with their. Ugh, sorry, guys. I'm not bored. I'm just really tired. We came right back from So Expo and I didn't really get much downtime. So I am still recovering. Yes, for sure, Jude Colby. All right. I'm going to have this quilt done in no time. Well, Ray had another baby check this week. She is 17 weeks, I believe. And so the baby should come sometime this winter or summer, midsummer, I'm thinking. And the baby is growing. I think she said it was the size of an avocado this week. Uh, and and Ray is just starting to get a little tiny stomach. How far along is Miss Ray? Oh, 17 weeks or 16 weeks, I mean. So this is what I'm making. It's called Dorothy. Hi, George. The lady George. Hello, hello. So it's called Dorothy and it's made by Penelope Handmade. Dorothy by Jennifer Jones is the pattern, and it's just a bunch of, do you guys see? It's just a bunch of four patches that they put together, and then a really big open block. So it will be really easy for me. She picked it out. She said these were her colors. I'm like, really? Okay. Y'all, that baby's gonna have a Tula pink quilt in my house. It will. Kathy, hi Kathy. Oh, good. I'm so glad you love your white featherweight. That's awesome. This year's expo was a little strange. I only sold one machine. Usually I sell out of machines, but we still had a better year this year than last year. So there was lots of people picking up bits, pieces, and parts. It was kind of I also usually service a bunch of machines while I'm there, and there wasn't very much repair work either. It is hopefully Judy Colby. It'll be fun and easy. Yes, especially because these fabrics are not my favorite, so I'm okay with fun and easy. I'm having a little trouble when I was sewing the scripts together, I was having a little trouble telling what side was the front of the material and what side was the back. Are you making special quilts for baby? Yes, I will be making a baby quilt. My mother-in-law and I are going to make a baby quilt for the baby for my house, I think, because Ray really wants simple, and Mom and I don't want to do simple. We'll just have to see. Hi, Val. Thanks for saying hey. Anyway, Ray's been feeling really good. Her energy levels are back up now that she's out of that first trimester, so that's fun. They're taking a little trip to California next week to see Aiden's side of the family, so that'll be good. I know. Oh, grandma. Yes, yes, yes. We do know whether it's a girl. I know that. And she does there is a name picked out, so Aiden wanted to use the name Preston for their first baby. It was a brother of his that passed away, and so it was gonna, if the baby was a boy, it was gonna be a Preston, and since the baby's a girl, it's gonna be Presley. And so they're calling her Presley Ray. Isn't that cute? So um Ray's name is actually Reagan, but she goes by Ray, and my husband's middle name is Ray also. So it's kind of a nice nod to both sides of the family. But yeah, Presley Ray is like the cutest. And since sewing skips a generation, that baby's going to come out sewing. I've decided it's happening. It is absolutely happening. Ray can sew, but just chooses to let me do her sewing. But Presley is going to sew. I might have a featherweight or two to give her. Just a featherweight or two. Isn't that cute? Missy says when I finished sewing my bobbin makes loops of extra thread between the needle bar and all the way up. I get about what? So when I finish sewing my bobbin makes a loop of extra thread between the needle bar is all the way up. I get about 8 inches of thread. Hmm. That's just recently, Missy. Did you just fill a new bobbin or that's odd? Oh, hi, Sandra Razor. She will love Minnie Mouse, probably. It's Minnie Mouse, so is nice and slow. That might be the right one to start her out with. I agree. Oh, yes. And not only does Ray have me as her sewing person, she also puts my mother-in-law to work quite regularly also. But Presley is going to know how to sew. She's not gonna be like, "Will you sew this for me?" Oh, you love my shirt. So at Expo, here you can see it a little better. It says pedal to the metal. There was a booth there with a bunch of like iron-on transfers, and I bought like 6 of them. So I have a new sewing shirt for every day of the week. So when I pull the project out to trim threads, it locks on an extra thread. And Missy, when you pull your project out, is your take up lever at its highest position? You know, the lever that goes up and down in the faceplate. It needs to be all the way up in order for the tension plates to fully release. I wonder if you have some thread stuck in your bobbin behind your bobbin. If you want to bring it to me when I'm at the Stray Thread show, I can look at it too. Okay. Okay. Hi, Joanne. Hey, hey, from the frozen north. Sometimes I feel like we're from the frozen north also, here in North Idaho, so close to Canada. All right, let's see here. Me. Yeah, when you go to um pull your project out from the neck of the machine, definitely check the what did I do here? No, okay. Definitely check to see if you uh have the take up lever all the way up. Okay. Oh, is this Barbie Stevens? Hi, Barbie from Maple Valley. Right. Okay. Okay. Well, before I finish up the show, I wanted to show you guys this design wall. I'm gonna pull my phone off the stand here and we're gonna go over to my wall. So I'll show you the shop wall here. Oh, okay. So we're gonna go this way. All right, so you can see here that I'm pretty limited on wall. There's a big class today. So classroom is a disaster, so excuse the mess. Anyway, so I what I did was I bought this thing because that door I need to access every once in a while. And look, it's all automated. I'm using a remote control and I can stop it. So if you have problems with not having, oh, hold on. Well, it's not going to go. It goes all the way up. I don't want to eat all of her. All right. So isn't that fun? So fun. I know it was a little splurgy, but it's easy to make accommodations like that when it's for your girls, right? Right. I know, fancy. Sarah. Yes, I got the design wall. I'm feeling kind of fancy about it. Remote control, even. I know, right? Oh, yes, you did. I didn't see you, Barbie. I need to work on my feather weight and clean it up. Wish me luck. Luck. All right, friends, I'm gonna pop off and we're gonna head into town and find some dinner. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I will post, if you guys message me or email me, I can send you this gentleman's information about the design wall. Thank you, Corey Hendricks. Um, oh no, this is in my shop. I'm in my shop right now, which is in a business area.